Hello my friends and welcome to Smoker Spot. We are doing another review because it's Friday and Friday is the review time. Today we're going to check out the Davidoff Yamasa. Sounds somehow Japanese, but it is not. Dominican actually. I was smoking a while ago the Davidoff Madison 515 and I was talking so much about the Yamasa because the Madison has a Yamasa wrapper, and I thought we have to smoke this one again and let you know what I think about it. So let's punch cut it. Here we are. We have here a little tobacco flake. See, that's looking outside. The hole is looking good, however. I would think let's work on it a little bit because I don't like it to have tobacco flakes in my mouth. See, now it's, oh man, what a perfect hole, Okay, guys. Smell. Not so intense, but good. Sweet. Some sweetness, undefined sweetness, and earth. Cold draw. More or less the same. Earth. Sweetness, I think, like from an orange or so. Very good. Okay, guys, let's burn this one. Toast it just a little bit. You know, I like it. Some people like to toast their cigar completely. What I'm always doing is I am toasting a little bit around the edges, so at the rim, more or less. That guarantees a good burn, sometimes. And then as always, the first few puffs, man, these are so important because that's the first impression about a cigar, man. I mean, this one is kind of useless because I smoked it like 100 times. But always wonderful. Man, I think you can say about Davidoff whatever you want, but they are doing some damn good cigars. And in this case, guys, it was a nice combination because I was also using the Davidoff punch cutter. So no advertisement, it's just really, that's the best. I had like 100 punch cutters, easily. And that one is really the best one I ever had. Why? It has two different sizes and it's easily manageable. So no hassle, one size, other size, easy like that. It never fails, and it's undamageable. Very good one. I mean, it had its price, but I like it. But I'm not a Davidoff fanboy, you know. when a cigar is not so good. Like, remember the last time when we were reviewing the uh, Madison 515, I wasn't so impressed about it. And then that's the case, I mean. But when a cigar is good, man, you just let everybody know it's good. And when it's a bad cigar, tell everybody don't smoke that shit, you know? Draw is on point. The most important thing about a cigar, how's the draw? Draw's right now perfect. I mean, that's a Robusto. For the Robusto, you pay around 20 euros and 20 cents to be precisely. That's around $23. So you can expect a little bit, right? And today, I was also pairing it with a nice whiskey. In this case, that's the Mackmyra Single Malt 10 Years. Mackmyra is Swedish whiskey, not so known, but damn good. Very sweet, very mild, and a perfect combination with the Yamasa. So, as I said, we are smoking the Robusto. Classical Robusto, 5 inches long, 50 ring gauge. Lovely. You're smoking average speed. If you're an average speed smoker, you are smoking around 45 minutes. Very complex. A few, I mean, typical aromas, but they're very well combined. Sometimes you just need to take some time to enjoy a cigar. Mm, let me tell you a little bit about the Yamasa. We have in total, I think, 7 different tobaccos. The wrapper, Davidoff Yamasa. Davidoff Yamasa. The wrapper is a Yamasa tobacco. The binder is a Yamasa tobacco. And the filler, I have here notes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was right with my 7 tobaccos. Damn. In the filler, 7 different tobaccos, a mixture of Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. We have Piloto Visus. We have 2 different San Vicente tobaccos, Mejorado Seco and Visus, Condega Seco, and Esteli Seco. Esteli, very popular. You will hear that name very, very often when it's coming to tobacco, especially when it's from Nicaragua. I mean, only from Nicaragua because it's in Nicaragua. Great tobacco coming from there. The first third, sweetness that is coming from chocolate or roasted coffee, somewhere in between. Earth and a sweetness from fruits. In the smell there was orange. Not so sure about that, but I'm not so good at fruits. I'm more the meat eater. Sweetness is enough. It's sweet and earth in the first third. Let's see how it develops. Love the cigar. I mean, see here, that's kind of Davidoff untypical. A very solid ash. It's looking damn good. So as we're now in the somewhere in the middle of the second third, the cigar unfolds its complexity. It has now leather and the Nicaragua typical spice. In addition to the, the sweetness and the earth. Very complex, very good cigar. Very smokable. There's a nice story behind the Yamasa. Yamasa is named after the area in the Dominican Republic where the tobacco is coming from, and it it was known that this region is not very good for planting tobacco seeds. The earth was not good, however, but back in the days, like 20 years ago, the master blender of Davidoff, Henke Kelner, said, guys, listen to me, that is a region where we should plant some tobacco seeds. That's a good area. That can be a good area. Let's try this. What they did for, listen guys, that's crazy. For 20 years, they were working on the earth, on that region, in order to make it usable for tobacco. So they were adding different things to the earth, working on the earth itself, the ground, that it's usable for tobacco plants. Crazy. I mean, think about you're planning a product like 20 years in advance. You know you want to make a cigar with a specific tobacco that is coming from that region that originally is not very good for tobacco. I don't know on what brought Henke Kelner to the conclusion that this can be a good region, but they did it. Originally they had like 100 acres and they were reducing it down to like 20 acres. That's how large the field is now, 20 acres in Yamasa, where they're getting this tobacco from. And that's what this cigar is making so special. A lot of money, a lot of effort, a lot of energy that was flowing into this tobacco leaves that we're using here as a wrapper and a binder. And it really makes this cigar, I think, special. It's one of the best Davidoffs out there, no matter what we told you smoking. We have here the Robusto, but they have others too, like the Petit Robusto, the Toro, and so on. Great cigar. Like I said, Davidoff typical, a little bit more on the pricier side, but it's worth, really. I've smoked cigars that were much more expensive and weren't nearly as good as this one. That's really one of the best cigars you can smoke out there. And this really, I mean, when you're smoking a lot of Davidoffs, that ash is where you won't find it in a lot of Davidoffs. Love it. And in comparison to the 515 medicine we smoked like a few weeks ago, not even comparable for me. That's like the NBA and the 515 medicine. Although it is more expensive, it's like college basketball. No offense, guys, if you love college basketball or sports in general. I mean, it's just a different league, you know. Not There are not so many cigars out there that you can compare to the Yamasa. Even if you hate Davidoff for whatever reason. Take the band off, give it to someone, let them smoke it, and they will be impressed, I bet. If not, they have no clue about cigars. Really, I found no one who doesn't like the cigar. I mean, of course, when you're not into it, it's a very strong cigar. So especially for Davidoff, Davidoff is known for cigars that are a little bit more on the mild side, and this is really strong for Davidoff. Like when you have to give it like 5 strength points, I would give it like a 4 or so, which is for Davidoff incredible high. But it's the art itself to make a really strong cigar and at the same time make it complex, balanced, and smokable. There are a lot of cigars out there who are just strong. You know, you smoke it and you think, what the fuck is going on? What I'm smoking here. They are just overwhelming. But the art is making a cigar that is very strong and it's not overwhelming you with the aromas and with the strengths. The right dose, you know, and that's here the case. And then if you even can pair it with something good like a whiskey or good rum that has some also sweetness, perfect pairing. You know, I could sit here all day long and just talking about the Yamasa because, as I said very often in the last reviews, I'm so enthusiastic about good cigars. You know, I just love good cigars. On the same side, I hate it when they are bad. Like that's why I'm ranting all the time about Cubans. I mean, I love Cubans. Frankly, I love Cubans, but only the good ones, you know. And what I hate is the ratio. How many bad cigars we have in comparison to the good ones. And that's why I'm talking all day long about Cuban cigars and what's so bad about it, you know? Because, no, it's like when they disappoint you a couple of times, you're kind of getting mad at them, you know? And they have to, in order to undo that, they have to deliver some good cigars in a row. So, from our friends in the United States that are always complaining about not having access to Cuban cigars, I'm just have to say, stick to Davidoff. More or less the same price. Go get a good Davidoff. There are enough in the United States that you can get. Even some, there are some Vitola, some series that are not available here, and vice versa. But there are a lot of Davidoffs, and they are very good cigars. Oh, that was the ash. But see, I mean, we're entering the last third, the final third, and just now it was falling down. Doesn't matter. That's okay. I would have ashed it down like a few minutes ago, but I enjoyed it so much looking at the ash of the cigar. Great one. Guys, if you have a chance and if you have like 20 spare bucks somewhere in your pocket, go and check out the Davidoff Yamasa. Try with the Robusto, very good size for starting with it. See if you like it. Let me know if you are watching the video up to this point here. Go and put an extra effort, like a minute, 30 seconds. Leave a comment and let me know if you ever had a Davidoff, if you had the Yamasa, and what do you think about it? Do you think also that's such a great cigar like I do, or you think I'm just talking shit here and it's a shitty cigar? Would be really surprised, but you never know. Let me know what you think about the Davidoff Yamasa. Maybe also in comparison to Cuban cigars, because they're the two big players in the premium market. And smoke a good cigar. Maybe enjoy a good drink with it, a whiskey. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again on Wednesday when we're doing another cigar talk. Stay tuned.